Any other members have questions for Superintendent Master Joseph? Mr. Grimes?
I got a number of just things to clarify because I don't know. I support the kids in education. I've been a teacher for 39 years. And so I want to do what's good for kids. And I don't always see in things that it's always necessarily good for kids, and other times it's good for adults in education. A couple of the questions I have is, there's a reading specialist in the elementary schools?
That is correct.
And do they, how many kids do they see on a regular basis?
The model is a little bit different than previous models where students were assigned to a reading specialist specifically. Right now we have several different models happening. We have reading specialists going into the classroom to support small groups of students, and we have reading support teachers who see students on a pull-out basis. So the numbers actually are quite high when all is told.
Okay, so there's a number of reading specialists then?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, because I thought there was one major, is there one coordinator or something of this?
No, in terms of reading specialists, there are 2 reading support teachers at Dean's Mill School. There is a reading support teacher at West Vine, 1 at West Broad. There are reading support teachers at each of the middle schools, and most recently last year, a half-time reading support teacher was added at the high school.
Following up on what Mr. Rhines asked about the special ed teachers.
Yes.
What's they have in the elementary school, there's a special ed teacher at every grade level in each school?
There's not one at every grade level, no, but they have caseloads that they carry, and again, very oftentimes they cover more than one grade.
You know what the caseloads range? You know.
Dr. Bob, do you have an average caseload?
Between 10 and 12.
Between 10 and 12? So they do overlap. I mean, so because if there's low in one, they're able to go in and serve it. So that's good. I noticed you cut the age, the paras in the elementary school. My question as a teacher, having been in elementary education, paras are the best bang for your buck in the educational system. I saw you added on like the media specialist, and you've added an administrator and these things. How come you cut the biggest bang for the buck in the elementary level? Because they're the people, you know, I just tell me as an elementary educator that they're very important people.
There's no question that they're important. One of the things that the district has been working towards, though, over the last number of years is increasing the number of certified professionals that we have. And in the last few years, there have been reductions in paraprofessionals, not to eliminate supports, but rather to identify those dollars as useful in terms of certified teachers. And so that's why that shift has been really earned.
So because what you pay for a teacher, you can have an awful lot of aides that can help.
And in terms of the board's commitment to lower class sizes, one of the ways that that has been maintained has really been reallocating those dollars to certified teachers to keep those class sizes low.
Moving on to the high school, can you tell me, I saw somebody asked me about one athletic director, but they said there's 2 at the high school.
There's an assistant.
They split now, can you tell me how many classes do these people, you know, if there's 2 of them, how many?
The athletic staff.
Yeah, how many regular classes do each of them teach?
The athletic director is 0.6 athletic director and 0.4 teacher. The assistant to the athletic director is 0.6 teacher, 0.4 athletics. So combined 0.6 and 0.4 is 1.
So that's basically one teacher's worth of teaching. I mean, is it necessary for athletic directors to do their work during school time? Are they paid extra to be the athletic director on top of the teacher's pay?
Well, most of the activity the athletic director does in terms of contact with the schools and scheduling everything's done during the day.
Okay.
So, and we went to a 2-person model rather than 1, so that we can get more out of that. Because by having 2 individuals available to be at games and tournaments, you have 2 individuals versus 1, you get a lot more out of it that way. And one does more of the leadership, one does more of the management, that type of thing. So it's spread evenly.
A couple of years ago, we had 1, as you know, and all of the requirements of the different conferences and these teams, we were finding it was very difficult for that individual to run program to be in compliance with the conference, to manage the scheduling, to deal with the other schools. And we have an incredible proportion of participation of students. I think we're one of the highest, if not the highest.
75%.
Yeah, around, and in order to facilitate that for the kids, we really do need a director and an assistant. That's what we do.
Okay, at the high school level, can you tell me about your department heads? How many classes a day do you have, Doctor, the teachers teach normally? What's the class?
We have a block schedule.
How many?
We have a block schedule.
Right, how many blocks?
Teachers teach 4 a day.
4 a day?
Over 2 days for this full cycle. Teachers teach 5 classes, 3 one day, 2 another.
So they teach 3 and 2 another. And how about your department heads? How much do they teach?
We have 3 coordinators. And a coordinator, humanities coordinator is the coordinator for English, social studies, library, media science, and so we have 3 coordinators from multiple departments that they're responsible for. Those 3 coordinators are coordinators for .4 and their teachers .6. So they teach 3 classes, .6, and they have 2 periods for the.
That's when they do their evaluation,
Right.
that type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you, excuse me, Sam, are you able to complete your evaluations effectively according to the state guidelines of only having 3 coordinators?
Absolutely.
You can? Has the state eased up in terms of goals, objectives, and all that stuff they had a few years ago? No?
I got 2 more, just asking what things are that I don't understand, I might not understand. Your police services are down, is that, you have a police officer in the high school, is that what it is? How does that work, what is that?
Athletic coaches.
Is that a
That's really as a result of the Thanksgiving Day game being held virtually this coming year.
Right, okay, so that's like it's athletic things. And your in-town travel, can you tell me, what's in-town travel mean?
That's to take care of mileage for staff that are itinerant,
Move
staff
around?
who travel
Okay,
between buildings.
thank you. And then replace equipment, instructional equipment, what is instructional equipment, is that technical equipment? It's on page 2.
And instructional equipment?
Yeah, there's instructional and then there's non-instructional.
Instructional supplies would be anything necessary for teachers in terms of books, resources for classrooms. Non-instructional would be items that the school uses that don't necessarily impact classroom instruction, but are necessary for events at the school.
So equipment, it's like rulers and things that can also, it's all your supplies, basically.
All those supplies.
The supplies, okay. I think that's about.
Any other members
Sorry,
have
I
questions?
I would like to make a request. I don't believe we have a copy of the added teaching salaries. We usually do. Do we have that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tony ain't named, just a copy of the position.
Position of dollars.